chipping them up and using them as lantern fuel. Like, yeah, it's crazy.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the Collecting Brothers. John, this is Josh. We got a little Halloween spooky, scary special for you. And we got a special guest today. We got our friend Jesse coming over from the Collection Nexus. So thank you, Jesse, for being here, man, and doing this little Halloween episode. We know you're a big horror fan, so we thought we need somebody for this show. Who better than our friend Jesse?
Right on. Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I can't wait to talk horror and most of all toys with you guys. I cannot wait. Let's do this.
All right, we'll go ahead and jump in, friends. This is our Halloween special. We're talking toys that we want to see get made, probably by NECA or potentially Mezco or maybe some other companies. But these are the toys that we want, or characters that we want made into toys from our favorite movies, maybe new, maybe old, a little bit of something for everybody. Let's go ahead and jump in. Josh, what you got here for us?
Something new here. So I just was thinking like what would make a fun, cool toy. And I think Five Nights at Freddy's, I feel like it has like, a huge cult following. And just if you look at these things, I feel like you could hide articulation really well. If any company like NECA or Mezco tried to make these figures, they're already animatronic, so they're already jointed basically.
Yeah.
And, they're fun, bright colors. And I feel like there's loads of opportunities for accessories, damaged faceplates, like broken ears, broken limbs, just loads of, wires exposed, just different opportunities to make cool, fun accessories with this. Plus, who doesn't love building teams? So you can build you could get everyone. You could get Roxy, Freddy, at the end. Yeah, there's like a picture of like the possibilities of like the team, right? You could get. Yeah. So I just think they would be just fun, cool toys.
That'd be cool too, like getting them in like a 1/12 scale with that good articulation and then just all the accessories. Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, for sure. When I see figures like this, I always think about the photography potential, how I could set it up, take a picture of it, and these figures would be perfect for that. Have them in the background with other characters running away or something,
Yeah.
That's what I like about this.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Jesse, what do we got here?
Yeah, so say what you will about the movie, but Van Helsing is just one of those movies with all the classic monsters in it, and their take on those monsters are really good. You get the Hyde creature, Dracula, the werewolves, Frankenstein, the vampires. I know Jakks Pacific took a stab at making figures of these a while back, but I want some like solid, good articulation, good detail, something that NECA can deliver, something like that. I'll take it. I'll buy them all up.
Oh yeah, you're talking to the right people here. We are huge fans of this movie. I absolutely adore this movie. I can watch it over and over. For me, it's like one of the classics. And yeah, you're right. Just the different takes on classic creatures is just awesome.
Yeah, man. You get Kate Beckinsale, Hugh Jackman as Van Helsing, the Frankenstein with electricity in his head and stuff. It's just like it's a guilty pleasure movie, but yeah. I would love figures from this line. Bring it.
Even that Hyde, I love that you threw in the Hyde there, man. He's big, bulky, and get the cigar, the bowler cap. Mm-hmm. He'd be a fun figure to mess around with for sure. Yeah. And I also need that Friar. I need that Friar guy too.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah, I love this game. I even played the video game of this movie, man.
Yeah.
I love that game so much. I love this movie so much.
Right on.
All right. My first pick here is a little bit of a softer one. Not as horror, but I enjoyed this movie. This movie is Love and Monsters with Dylan O'Brien, the kid from the Maze Runner kid. The Maze Runner kid. Basically, it's about this like kid who's underground and needs to go get his girl. She left and he's trying to help her out. And he has to go and cross the country, but there's monsters everywhere. And these monsters are like overgrown insects, basically. And so I would love to get I would even take just the main character, right? NECA just hit me with that main character of Joel, and I'll be happy with that. You throw in the dog there, I'm fine. I don't need everywhere else, though. What do you guys think? Have you guys seen this movie?
I have seen this movie. It's fun, but yeah, give me the main characters, but you got to give me some monsters too. Let's go. I want some big, beefy, chunky, weird-looking creatures. And this character looks like it could fit in like the Last of Us universe, stuff like that. So he, you could put him in a bunch of different stuff. So I think that it's a universal kind of take on a character, which I like.
Okay. Josh, have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's a fun one. You should check it out. But there is a giant, right? There's a giant crab monster thing at the end of it, and that would be fun to get. That'd be fun to get. Yeah. All right, Josh, what's this one here?
So it's like statues, but I think like NECA's said they're doing Nightmare Before Christmas, and I think it's coming out next year. They said, right? Yeah, it'd be just cool to get also like as well as like some Corpse Bride figures. I think it would be cool. Even to who else did it? I think Realtek also did a Nightmare. So
Yeah.
any one of those companies I think would do great with these figures, especially like we've seen with Realtek. They did like some miniature bases with it, just like with these statues. And so just getting like an articulated version of this. And it's just fun because I just feel like there's like, it's brightly colored. And I think having a skeleton arm and a kind of zombie arm on a figure would be really cool. And there's just a lot of fun little intricate sculpt details on like the Emily that the company could do.
Yeah, there's a lot of good design, right, from coming out of here. Now, Revoltech did the base thing to like act as a stand, right? Because they had like Sally, and they're very thin characters, and so
that's definitely you'd probably have to have them because they're too thin, right? If you're gonna do them 6 inch, you got to have the bases to hold them up.
Something.
Yeah, I love Corpse Bride. This is a great movie. I watched it with the kids. McFarlane took a stab at this. I want to say like 10, 15 years ago or something. They did a whole series of Corpse Brides, but they were like mini statues. But yeah, I want something like articulated, something that I could pose up, take some cool pictures of. Good choice, man.
Exactly. Yep.
What other Tim Burton movies would you guys want to see?
Ooh, or be made as toys?
Yeah, like Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Dude, that'd be
Give
cool.
me another one. Give me dude, let's go hard on Sleepy Hollow. Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see. I mean, give me all the Beetlejuice that you can give me,
Which they're doing. They're doing. Yeah, we're getting a lot of Beetlejuice these days.
I need some more Lakai figures, man. I have a Coraline NECA doll, and it's that wired doll, but I want like a little something harder plastic and articulated. I need a YB, man. I need a Kubo.
That's not Tim Burton though.
True, that's true. And Henry Selick, which Henry Selick is the one who directed Nightmare Before Christmas. So my bad. My bad. All right, but yeah, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of intricacies on these. Okay, next up.
Oh, I'm up.
Jesse.
All right. I mean, Toddy Mac gave us a couple of Bram Stoker's Dracula figures, but I want a whole line. Like, give me the Dracula, give me the werewolf, give me Vlad the Impaler, even other like side characters like the Keanu Reeves. I'll take it. The designs on these things just look so awesome. The werewolf looks so sick. I just want like fully articulated, just the horror. Give me the horror,
Yeah, like these are great looking monsters,
Yeah,
vampires.
I forgot to put the werewolf in there, but yeah, the werewolf is so cool.
But yeah,
weird but cool.
Yeah, I think that's where it's at. When it comes to toys, it's not, you could give us human characters, but we want creatures, we want monsters, as toys. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I like how beefy these vampires are. They're not messing around.
Yeah, and the McFarlane one looks great on your shelf, but it's a statue, So I want something like that. I could put the wings out and like articulate and pose. That's what I want.
And NECA has some experience now with those wings, right? With the gargoyle stuff. Maybe Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Heck yeah.
I like it.
It's a classic.
It is a classic, yeah. All right. My next pick here, another weird movie. We got Colossal. So this stars Anne Hathaway, and I'm not spoiling anything, but when she's like inebriated, she controls a giant monster in Japan. And that's the kind of why they have that little duality there. But I would love to get that kaiju, this like tree looking Earthman kaiju. Would love this fun creature here.
Yeah, I've never seen the movie. No, I haven't seen it, but it looks fun. I mean, the creature looks cool. I mean, would you say it's a pretty good movie worth checking out?
I liked it. It has a pretty good second act where things kind of shift a certain way where you weren't really expecting it, because for the first half, this character's like, oh, they're nice, and then the second half, you're like, whoa, that they weren't actually nice. But it's just about like her dealing with her anxieties and stuff, and more of a drama for sure. But you get like that hit of kaiju because like they go full on where they show it destroying Japan and blowing things up and fighting helicopters.
Nice.
So I think
this would definitely work, especially like for NECA to do this. It's got like those long elongated limbs, just like they do with aliens and stuff. And yeah, it's just like a fun movie to watch one time. One time you watch it, you're good. You're not gonna watch it again.
Yeah. It's not. You don't come back to it, and I think it's a fun design too. And we just need the kaiju from it. We don't need the characters. And it'd be fun to like put this up against some Jaegers from NECA.
Yeah. Cool.
Pacific Rim vibes for sure on this one.
Yeah.
All right, Jesse, what you got
Oh,
here?
I'm up. Yeah. So one of the another classic that I just love is Army of Darkness, and I can't get enough Ash. Give me some evil Ash, the Deadites, flying Deadites, witches. Like,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
so many characters in this movie, and it's just so much fun to watch. You could watch this thing over and over and not get tired of it. This is when they just came back with Evil Dead at its greatest, its funniest, and I love all the practical scenes, practical effects. I mean, why haven't we got? I know we got some from McFarlane Toys, and I think
Yeah, yeah.
Boss Fight had some too. But I want like some 110, 112 articulated, detailed, really good looking stuff. And yeah, this is it. This is the one that gets me excited right here.
Army of Darkness. Yeah, they've been
Heck
kind
yeah.
of hitting more of the Evil Dead, and they did that Evil Dead 2 Ash as well. But it
Yeah.
would be fun to get into some Army of Darkness characters
Yeah, I
because
mean, they have the property, right?
yeah,
They've been
yeah,
putting out Ash figures and Deadites and stuff, and
yeah.
but they haven't touched Army of Darkness yet. So I'm really wondering when this is going to happen. I feel like it's coming, but we'll see.
Yeah, because even Mezco done Evil Dead 2 too. Like you're right. I they think about it. Every company's done Evil Dead 2 except Army of Darkness. So
Yeah.
Maybe something's different about that. But yeah, no, Rami and Campbell, man, that's a
Oh yeah.
duo. Always hits, man. Always hits. Jesse, did you watch the show that they did, the Evil Dead show?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
For sure.
yeah, it was fun just seeing him back in that role, man.
Yes,
it
totally. Yeah, and
was
honestly, it was great. It was a good show. It was just like the movies. It had a good story going. The ending was just freaking bonkers, just like the movies. And yeah, it was a lot of fun.
yeah,
And NECA made figures of those of the show. So it's
interesting.
like, yeah. So
I
let's
wonder
go.
what's up.
It's got to be some legalities and stuff like that. But hopefully, it's down the pipeline.
Yeah,
yeah, that
maybe
is
like
weird.
Rami doesn't own the rights to it anymore, but he still had Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2, and maybe someone else has it and doesn't want to do anything with it. Who knows? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Especially if they gave you even like just this, you could make like your own kind of from Mythic Legions, like build your skeletons, kind of like an army to pose
True.
with them.
Yes.
That's
Heck
true.
That'd be
yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, that would be fun, man. All the Deadites there. All right. Next up here. It's the what is it? The 10-year, 15-year anniversary? Can't remember of over the garden wall. I'm not sure if you guys ever watched that. It was like this little 10 mini event special on 10 episode event on Cartoon Network. And it was just about two brothers lost in the unknown. It's Elijah Wood voices the main character, and they just kind of find their way home. But during that whole time, there's this thing called the Beast, and the Beast is like always trying to get them and to take them and eat them. And the cool thing about this, yeah, what he does is he turns the characters into Edelwood trees that they then grind up into oil to burn in a lantern so that the Beast can live. It's really twisted. Now, get ready for this, Jesse. There is a quick, like maybe 3 or 4 frames where you actually see what the Beast, like his true form outside of the shadows, because this is like when he's in the shadows,
Uh,
and this is what the Beast looks like.
yo.
So yeah, those are the souls of all the lost children that he's eaten, right? And so it's really, I think it'd be just a proper freaky, but you could also have that like the shadow version of him too.
Yeah.
And just a dude got some antlers on there. It'd be cool to if Mezco did it, get a little bit of LED lights going in his eyes,
Hmm.
make him really glow. But the Beast, yeah, from Over the Garden Wall. If you haven't watched it, man, it's a fun little Halloween. Maybe for the older kids because it is proper spooky at times, but I think it's
Well,
fun.
yeah. With chipping them up and using them as lantern fuel, like, yeah, it's crazy. What?
Yeah, it's fun though. It's fun. There's two brothers, and they got to get through it. There's one of my favorite characters too is Enoch. And he's this giant pumpkin being, and they
Okay.
show up on the town, and then like all these people are like have pumpkin heads on, and they got like straw suits on, and they're like, "Oh, a village! Finally, we're here!" And then they come to realize that all the people in the village are actually just dead skeletons that have been reanimated.
Random.
So, but it's a fun show.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
The Beast.
The Beast.
All right, Jesse, what you got here?
Yeah, this is more kind of sci-fi range, but it does have horror aspects of
For
it.
sure.
It's
Mm-hmm.
it's such a crazy, weird movie. It's called Splice, but I've always just kind of liked the design of this, like this alien hybrid human thing. And throughout the movie, it goes through like basically her metamorphosis to full form, and it's so wild. It's such a trip.
Yeah.
I mean, say what you will about the movie and the acting and stuff like that, but having this in a figure form would be definitely welcoming to my shelf, my horror collection. So I feel like, getting some cool pictures of this too would be a lot of fun too. So I think somebody like NECA could really kill a sculpt like this with the articulation and just look, paint, aesthetics, all the above. So I'd hope for something like that. And I feel like this isn't like a huge property, something that maybe they can get the license to. So just
Yeah.
fingers crossed. It's so obscure though. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think they could do it, and I feel like they do a lot of obscure stuff sometimes, and just having
Yeah,
those like hind legs that they have so much experience with like Alien that this would be an easy job for them.
I think so.
And if they
You
got
know?
like the skin translucency good, it would be proper freaky.
Mm,
Like get
hmm.
that like pink undertones.
Yeah.
And yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, this movie's fun. Adrian Brody, man, I love Adrian.
Right?
That
Yeah.
guy crushes it. So this would be a fun one. And she's proper freaky.
Yeah. It's freaky. Yeah, that's
It's
why
freaky.
I threw it in here because I think it's cool design. It is freaky. I think it would look good on anybody's horror shelf. So
Yeah.
especially the one with the wings like that. I mean, it's just out of control.
Way fun.
And you can even get like just like how they do the aliens. You get the alien and then the accessory little chest burster. Have
Right?
the splice and then get the little baby form that you put there as the
Yeah.
accessory. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, it has all different, like, as it grows and
Yeah.
everything. So they could pick a few different looks, and put those in the packet, do like an ultimate with it, with the wings and
Yeah.
stuff. I think they could kill it with this one.
I mean, they also made that one figure that the man in the beaver hat. Do you remember that figure? They made a figure from a movie that was lost because it was burned in a great fire at a studio.
Oh no,
And so like they can go deep sometimes. NECA will
they
go into
do.
super
They do,
obscure stuff,
yeah.
and
It
Yeah.
Splice
was a
is not
movie
that.
that nobody saw.
I know,
Technically,
right?
nobody's seen that movie, but
Yeah.
people have seen Splice. There's
Yeah.
fans, so
Yeah.
we'll see what NECA does. All right, I'm next up here, and this one is a Wendigo.
Yes.
Wendigo, I think, would be fun. He's from what is that? Pet Cemetery. You kind of see a little bit of that Wendigo in there, but I think it's just a cool vibe. I got a little lantern back to backs here, but yeah, I think a Wendigo just a nice cryptid, and I always like to throw in a little cryptid here. Last year I did the Mothman. I would love to get a Mothman. Still haven't gotten one, but I'll throw in the Wendigo here as well, man.
Heck yeah. I mean, he's in a few movies. So, I mean, there's a bunch of different variations of them, different looks throughout the lore. I would definitely welcome a Wendigo to my shelf. Who do you think would do a good one? What company would you
I
pick?
think, Josh, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking Four Horsemen Studios. Like I would think
Ooh,
they really do
As an
really good.
Obscura?
Yeah, like a figure
ooh.
obscura Halloween, like how I get the Frankenstein. I feel
Dude,
like they
my
would
hairs
crush it
just
with
stood up
this.
on my arms when he said that.
They would be so good.
Oh my gosh. Nailed it. Heck
Hey,
yeah.
yeah, that would be pretty fun, and a good proper big size, and they
Yes.
potentially even have some parts already for this, right? They got some
Yeah,
Yeah,
antlers.
for
Yeah, they
sure.
got skulls. Yeah.
exactly.
So that would be cool, man. And what
Oh man.
accessories too. And it's the kind of the history of the Wendigo here, like this form that we know, like this Western form here, is like comes from this really weird, obscure movie called Wendigo, which is actually based partly on one of the scary stories to tell in the dark stories, along with like this guy's own personal like history. But the Wendigo like comes from Native American, like the Ojibwe tribe, and like for them it was an owl. That's something that's very common. Like Native Americans, they do not like owls. They don't trust them. But yeah, I would love to see a Wendigo. It'd be fun.
Yeah, there was that movie. The recent one was. Do you guys see? It was called Antlers, and
Mm,
it was about the
Uh,
Wendigo. It was like a horror movie
okay.
about the Wendigo. It was pretty
I haven't
good.
seen that one yet. I gotta watch that.
It was pretty good, especially because I don't know. I think they did the Wendigo well. Like they hit it very well into the very end. Then you saw it,
Mm,
and then they used some practical effects. That's always good in
That's
horror
good.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was all right. It was. I think it's on HBO Max.
All
yeah,
right, antlers. Okay. Oh, get scared. I'll watch
cool.
it right before I go to bed. All right, Jesse, who we have here?
All right. I mean, come on, Nick. Like, I know that there's legality and lawyers and everything, licensing issues, all the above. I get it. But let's get back on the train. Give us I've been collecting these Jason figures for so long now. I just want to finish them off. But these are the top two that I want. I want the Jason Goes to Hell and the Jason X. I need these in my life, fully articulated, great sculpt, great paint. I know you guys can deliver. So I just can't wait. Like, how long are you going to make me wait for these figures? I have the Toddy Mac Daddy Jason X, of course. I did have the Mezco Jason Goes to Hell a long time ago. Sold it. I wish I never did. But if NECA would release these again, I would be so happy. I just want these in the collection in their ultimate form.
Right.
So, what about you guys?
Oh, I think just the ridiculousness and like for the culture, like just everybody, talking about Jason X for how crazy it is. It's as a toy, it'll be so fun, right? It's like
right?
a robotic, huge, beefy Jason, and it's just funny. It's just a fun toy.
I mean, like Jason went to space, like jump the shark.
Yeah.
It's just it's so stupid. Like these movies are ridiculous, but there's just a soft spot in my heart for for this franchise, for Jason. Like he's my favorite, and I just need these figures in my life.
It's like Jason meets Alien. Honestly, that's what the movie's like. Yeah.
Well, they also did that Freddy versus Jason too.
They did.
There you go.
Yeah, they did.
Maybe. No, I think these would be fun, man. Yeah, and I think with NECA just already having that license, just keep cranking them out. Get a little bit of some head sculpts here. That Jason X would be fun, man. That would be a big old beefy dude.
Yes.
And, we'll see how if they do. Yeah, that would
no, it would sell way good. I just feel like everybody because it's like because it's so bad, and then it's everybody kind of recognizes it now, and so it's like a huge culture thing that they're gonna want.
Gotta have your Jason X. All right, my last pick here is from the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. It is the Pale Lady. I got a picture here that was done by Stephen Gamel, and as well as the live action version that we saw in the movie Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. And yeah, just just weird looking, I don't know, like I don't want to say monster, but like something that goes bump in the night out there. I'm scared that she's gonna find me. What are you guys thinking?
Yeah, man, this one's a wild pick right here. This one came out of left field. This is the hot take that I thought Josh was gonna throw on us tonight. Yeah, this is a wild one. I don't know. This is so creepy. I love like horror and creep factor and stuff, but this, I don't know. I'd have to like put a shroud over her if she was on my because I don't know if I want to look at it all the time. These books were wild in middle school when we were reading them from the library, and this movie was actually pretty damn good too.
Dude, I loved it. It was so good.
I
enjoyed this movie, but this scene, it was creepy, man. So kudos to you for the creepiest pick of the night for sure.
Yeah, honestly, this was the best scene in the movie, and like, I would love to get that face sculpt just on a head. That I would love to look at that on my shelf. It's hopefully we get a number 2, because it felt like they were going to give us number 2 at the end, and then we've never gotten a sequel.
We'll see. How it is with these books, but yeah, to give it out to the Pale Lady here, my friends. I've also been playing Black Ops 6, and there's like a part where it's like a proper like horror game. One of the levels is like an actual horror game, and it's so freaky, dude. You're like running around, and then you hear like people walking behind you, and you turn around, it's like mannequins, and then they don't move. But then you leave and get further away, and then they're right behind you. You hear them walking, and you're just like, oh my! That's that Pale Lady vibes, She's just always coming after you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, friends, that's going to wrap it up for us today on our Halloween special with our special guest, Jesse from the Collection Nexus. Friends, make sure you're over there. Hit that subscribe button for them. They do a great show every Monday night. They talk. I love your setup, by the way, Jesse, in Berserk and Drew there. The way you guys kind of, like Josh said, get to know someone through their toys. What they have as a nostalgia figure, what they're currently picking up, and what just got to them. So love that format that you guys do. But yeah, friends, the Collection Nexus on YouTube and on Instagram. They also do like photo contests, right? What's this month's contest you guys have going on?
Yeah, this month we have, it's called Monster Mashup. In order to do that, you go onto the Collection Nexus Instagram page. We call it the Nexus Showcase. You take a picture of, we want 2 monsters or more in your photos. Just take a picture, collaborate with us. Use the hashtag NS Monster Mashup, and then that way we can get you on the wheel. We'll spin a prize, and you can win a figure. It's just a lot of fun. We just want you guys to go out there, play with your toys, and have some fun.
Yeah,
and
and
you
I
can
think
win
that's
something.
That's true. Yeah, you get a free toy for playing with your toys.
Yep.
No, it's a great vibe too, and you guys just kind of always just be so positive with the stuff. So like if you're worried, oh, I don't know how to take photography, I don't know, I'm not, my shot isn't that great. Don't worry about that. Just play with your toys, take a picture of it.
Yeah.
Make sure you use that hashtag NS Monster Mashup. Make sure you're following and collaborate with Collection Nexus on Instagram.
Yeah, we're going to be closing that up at the end of the month, so we'll keep you posted on the next theme. But yeah, get your photo in, and it's Halloween, so hopefully some spooky photos. But yeah, man, we have a lot of fun over at the Collection Nexus, like you said, just getting to know guests. It's always a fun time getting to know you through toys and having a good conversation. Yeah, check it out. We're on at 8 p.m. PST on Mondays, and we just have fun. So check it out.
And they surely do. All right, friends. Well, let us know down below what figures you want to be made from what movies you've told, you love, and what characters you want to see. But as always, friends, keep collecting, keep playing. May the action figure gods smile upon you. Peace.